If you feel like you're doing everything right, you're eating healthy, you're working out consistently, you're trying to be disciplined, and your body just isn't changing, or the scale is still creeping up and you're still exhausted, this video is for you. Because what if the issue isn't your effort, but the way your body has responded and adapted to that effort? If that's the case, then the solution isn't trying harder or doing more, but instead learning how to support your body differently. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm a certified health and fitness coach with 15 years of experience helping women improve metabolic health, lose fat, rebuild energy, and feel like themselves again. And I see this all the time. You've been eating in a calorie deficit for a long time. Sometimes it's not even on purpose. You're doing a lot of cardio or high intensity workouts, boot camps, pushing through your tiredness, trying to be consistent and disciplined. And instead of seeing progress, you're dealing with things like low energy, the scale won't move, or it's creeping up. You're hungry all the time, or you're not hungry at all until 8 p.m. when you raid the fridge like a raccoon. Your sleep isn't good, and you're feeling like your body just isn't responding anymore. Nothing works, and it's genuinely confusing because you're doing everything right. So why isn't it working? Here's the truth. The health and fitness industry is full of oversimplified and conflicting advice. There are a lot of reasons for that, but the most widespread reason, honestly, is just that most trainers and coaches only understand things as deeply as macros, calorie deficits, and what makes someone lose weight on the scale. When their old tricks stop working, most of them are as much of a loss as you are. But I want you to know this. Your body isn't broken. It's actually doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's adapting. When your body senses not enough food, too much high stress, basically that you're asking it to give a lot of output without giving it enough input, it doesn't say, yeah, great, let's burn some more fat. It says we need to conserve energy. Think of it like your household budget. If suddenly your paychecks became unpredictable, you'd probably start paying closer attention to where the money absolutely needs to go and where you can maybe cut some corners for a while. If your income stayed unpredictable or dropped even lower, you might have to start making some really hard decisions about which utilities are essential for life and which you could maybe live without for a while. Your body has to manage that kind of prioritization too. When you ask it to give more than what you provide it for a long time, it starts to slow your metabolism, turn down your thyroid, reduce how much energy you're burning at rest, and increase stress hormones. And all of those things add up to making you hold on to weight more tightly. Not because your body is working against you, but because it's doing exactly what it needs to do to protect you. If your body believes that resources are scarce, it's going to act like resources are scarce. For most women in this boat, even though food is technically available, their body has been in a chronic state of underfueling and stress for a really long time. That can come from years of dieting, over-exercise, just a high-stress life, skipping meals, trying to be good with food all the time, and even accidentally undereating because of busyness and stress. So now even when you try to lose weight, your body is starting from a place where it's already kind of in a defensive state. And that's why cutting calories more doesn't work, adding more cardio doesn't work, pushing harder, doing more just makes you feel worse and more exhausted. So what actually works then? For a lot of women, it's not jumping straight into fat loss. It's going through a phase of supporting your metabolism, restoring yourself first. You take the time for that restoration and rebuilding biological safety so that everything can start working optimally again. And that can look like eating enough food consistently, focusing on nutrient-dense foods, supporting your thyroid and energy production. And you can subscribe because I'm going to be making more videos here on what that looks like. But then also reducing unnecessary stress on your emotions and your body and learning how to deal with the stress that you can't avoid. Shifting your workouts to supporting your body instead of constantly depleting it. And I know all that can feel counterintuitive because it feels like if I'm not pushing, won't I be moving backwards? But in reality, this is often exactly the thing that allows your body to finally start responding again. Now, I think it's time to zoom out for a minute, especially if you're a Christian, because how we approach our health isn't just physical, it's also spiritual. In Genesis 1, we see that we're made in God's image. And in Genesis 2, we see that God formed Adam out of the dust and breathed life into him. Adam's body, our bodies, aren't the result of the fall or the introduction of sin into the world. Embodied is the way that God designed us perfectly. In 1 Corinthians, we're told that our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit. Now, none of this means we idolize our bodies. It doesn't mean our worth comes from how we look or how healthy we are, but it does mean that our bodies matter. And I think sometimes in health and fitness and in Christianity, we fall into one of two extremes. We're either obsessing over our bodies or completely neglecting them. But biblical stewardship sits somewhere in the middle. It looks like caring for your body wisely, not punishing it, not ignoring its signals, and not tying your identity to it. If your approach to health is constantly exhausting you, stressing you out, disconnecting you from your body, that's something worth paying attention to, because God didn't design your body to thrive under chronic depletion. So if you're feeling stuck right now, this is what I want you to walk away with. You're not failing, you're not lazy, and you are not broken. There's just a good chance that your body needs a different approach than the one that you've been taught. One that actually works with your physiology instead of constantly forcing you into a battle with your body. If any of this resonates with you, I'd love to help you figure out what your body actually needs. I currently work with women on this who are in this exact place where they're doing all of the right things, but their body just isn't responding anymore. We walk through how to support your metabolism, how to fuel your body properly, and how to set things up so that fat loss can actually work for you again. I'll put more information in the description if you want to learn more. And if this video was helpful or encouraging to you, please make sure to subscribe, because I'll be putting more content out on metabolism, thyroid health, workouts that actually support your body, and how to approach all of this from a Christian perspective. In the meantime, be sure to like and share, and thank you for being here.